Alright, so here's my bent Yamaha Portasound PS-190. It's the first thing I tried to bend, which explains the holes I drilled from the top down, which I shouldn't have done. You should always drill them from the bottom up, so you make sure you don't run into the circuit board, which I did. So that's why there's nothing in those holes. I'm still working on this one, and every time I open up I find some new bends, but here's what I've got so far. First, let's go to the hold section, right? I've got a couple little switches here, one of which is a reset switch. So what that does just starts up everything else. It just grounds out the power. And what I have here is something I found the other night. It's a hold switch, so if I'm playing a note or a couple notes, right? So this keeps going until you hit the reset switch, in which case you're free to do that. When you're holding a note, you can't play anything else, but you can freeze, so when a note is held, you can mess with it in the voice section, which is what I'm getting to next over here. As of now, I found two voice bends, one of which has a pot to control the amount of drive, and right now, I'm actually out of pots, so that's linked to that for right now. When I do get another pot, I'll link it up to this switch so I can control that. Alright, so let's say I freeze, let's just freeze the two notes again. That's actually the favorite bend I have on this thing right now. Takes it from sounding like here's an organ sound without the bend to sounding like right? And so you can dial in varying amounts of it. Here's it without, with. I kind of like the texture. And here's the other voice bend. I'm not sure if the mic on this camera is stereo, but what it does is, one thing it does is it kind of switches up, saying as stereo, so it kind of switches them up a little bit. So maybe you'll hear the difference, I don't know. Also some slight drive there, so here's without. Here's with, right? Alright, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to stick a pot on that as soon as I can. And now to the last part of the bend. I call this one the annoying switch, because what it does is, well, there's this ad-lib button here, and it's kind of dumb what it does. But I figured in the long run I'd like to be able to turn that on and walk away and still have it going, sort of as a drone. And so here's the ad-lib switch, right? Part of the sort of bullshit computer-aided music thing that I have going on here. It's really just cheap. So what this does is, when you flip that little red guy right here, it turns the momentary switch into just a switch. So it becomes incredibly annoying very quickly. And on until it decides to shut itself up. You can affect that with voice controls. Makes it sound a little more interesting, right? It's just. And all my bends work in conjunction with each other. Oh yeah, and you can with these freeze controls, back to these guys. I know I'm walking all over the place, but you can freeze parts of songs. So here's the demo, right? And the demo is actually that song Venus, you're my fire, yada yada yada. Yeah, terrible song. Even worse when you hear it on this, but here you go. And yeah, so that's my PSS-190 as of right now.